All right, everyone. We're doing Medicine Buddha this morning at request from Lorraine. Okay. So you may have heard about that. There've been a few plane things going on. Um, so I've been thinking particularly of these people in Korea and their families, and it was just a horrible, horrible thing that happened. So we can sort of dedicate for these people. It's one of the practices when someone passes is Medicine Buddha. So we'll do that. Good morning, Annie Tenzin Lama. How are you feeling? You feeling okay? You're well enough to come. Thank you for coming.
Yes, thank you. I'm
Mm.
I'm doing a bit better.
Oh, great. Good to see you. Okay, so Annie Tenzin Lama's had some cough stuff going on, some lung things. So we will also be doing Medicine Buddha for her and my friend Ju. I mean, there's lots of people, basically everyone. Okay. All right. So let's just settle into a nice, comfortable seated posture. And oh, what happened? Oh, I've lost you guys. Oh, Mary, I've lost you. Oh, where we are. There we are. Okay, sorry. So if you're sitting at your desk, have your feet about hips width apart, knees about a hips width apart, and really feel the weight of your feet in the floor. This is if you're sitting this way. And sensation of the soles of the feet on the floor. And whether you're sitting cross-legged or with your legs down, you really try and be on top of your sits bones. You can have your knees supported by a couple of cushions if you're sitting cross-legged. There's no great virtue in, having your knees completely flat or in the full Vajra posture, although they say it does create, even if you can sit there for 1 second, I heard somewhere. But it's probably not worth it to force yourself to sit that way if it's not comfortable. The most important thing in these meditations is to have your body comfortable and your mind focused. So it's a bit of a balance between being comfortable and sitting in such a way that you have the best opportunity to focus, and the blood, the lymph, the chi, the breath, the prana are all able to move freely. So according to the text, this is, kind of the best way to sit for that. So then you have your shoulders aligned with the hips. Maybe your ribs aligned with your hips and your ears, as best you can, aligned with your shoulders. And imagine your spine is a beautiful string of pearls of light that stretches from the base all the way up through the crown of the head and beyond. And just lengthen your spine, putting some space in between those vertebrae. And then take your attention to the crown of the head and relax your scalp, and the forehead, and the eyebrows, the eyes, the nose, the cheeks, the area around the mouth, and the back of the tongue, the jaw, the temples, your ears, and the back of the head at the base of the skull. Just relax that whole area, like it's the neck. Allow your shoulders and shoulder blades to drop down and relax the throat and the chest and the belly and all of your limbs. And bring your attention to your breath sensations. So you might notice the breath moving in and out of the nostrils, the sensations of the expansion and contraction of the chest cavity. So if you do have some of that cough thing that's going around right now, you probably are very aware of your breath sensations much more than normal. And the rising and the falling of the belly. And as you inhale, the diaphragm drops. As you exhale, the diaphragm rises. Excuse me. So there's a lot kind of going on with the breath. So when you're meditating and you bring the mind back to the breath, some people do prefer the belly or the chest or the upper thoracic region. And you can also keep it quite simple and just notice the sensations of the breath at the base of the nose. Be aware of any sound in your environment. Allow them to be there. And then just check in with your mind this morning. Or this afternoon, whichever time zone you're in. Try and put some space in between those thoughts. And just observe with curiosity. So it's New Year's Eve here in the US. It's probably everywhere right now. So there's many expectations in the mind, maybe, of how 2025 is going to be. So just be aware of the mind as we shift from 2024 to 2025. And then bring to mind all these people of our life, all our loved ones, are strangers, and then the ones we have some aversion for. They're all equal, these people. Just like you and me, they all have this wish to be happy, this wish to be free from suffering and having this extraordinary capacity for a Buddha mind. So we'll do this medicine Buddha for all these people of our life and by all sentient beings. And just keeping in mind these, these people we've been hearing about in the news. And then there's also this one young woman in Africa. She had been raising money to take care of these about 500 children, 13 of which she actually personally adopted, and died very suddenly on Christmas Eve, on Christmas Day. And because she was fighting child marriage and things like this in the villages there and trying to educate the girls, I think there was a little bit of opposition to what she was doing. So anyway, there's a whole group of people there mourning her death. She was an extraordinary young woman. So little pockets of grief all over the world, many, many people ill. So when we do the visualization, just imagine all of these people being touched by the medicine Buddha. And I'll share the image. Sorry, I forgot to do. Thank you, Mary, for putting up the mantra. So Mary's put the mantra up there in the chat if you need it. So imagine medicine Buddha a few inches above the crown of your head, and he's sitting on a moon disk, which is resting in the center of an open lotus. And he has his legs crossed in the full Vajra position, so each foot over the opposite thigh, and he's facing the same way as you are. And his body is made of this beautiful royal blue light, so maybe color of sapphire. And every aspect of this visualization is made of light and radiates light. And his right hand, the back of his right hand, is resting on his right knee in the gesture of granting sublime realization. So that's with the fingers down and the thumb and the forefinger touching. And he's holding in between the thumb and the forefinger an aurora plant. So this is like a medicine plant, a myrobalan plant. His left hand is in his lap in the gesture of concentration. So he's just the back of the left hand in the lap, the palm facing upwards, and he's holding a bowl filled with nectar, also made of light. And this nectar is the medicine for curing all of our, our diseases and our disturbed states of mind. He's wearing the 3 saffron robes of a monk and has all the marks and signs of a fully enlightened Buddha. And his face is peaceful and smiling. He's accepting you exactly the way you are turning up today. It's just perfect. He's looking at all living beings this way equally, happily. So just spend a moment trying to get a sense of this medicine Buddha above the crown of the head. And maybe if all of that detail is too difficult for you to imagine, or it's just too much for your mind, just imagine a ball of blue light there. Understand that Medicine Buddha is the embodiment of all enlightened beings and their sublime qualities. And feel the peace and compassion emanating from him. So we'll just do a few little prayers. So just meditate if you don't know them. Just allow them to kind of wash over you. I go for refuge until I'm enlightened to the Buddha, the Dharma, and the Supreme Assembly. By my practice of giving and other perfections, may I become a Buddha to benefit all sentient beings. And we'll do the 4 immeasurable thoughts. May all sentient beings have happiness and the causes of happiness. May all sentient beings be free from suffering and the causes of suffering. May all sentient beings be inseparable from the happiness that is free from suffering. May all sentient beings abide in equanimity, free from attachment and anger that hold some close and others distant. And the prayer to the Medicine Buddha, I'll recite that 3 times. To the Bhagawan Tathagata Arhat, fully enlightened Buddha, Medicine Guru, King of Sapphire Light, I prostrate, go for refuge, and make offerings. May your vow to benefit sentient beings now ripen for myself and others. To the Bhagawan Tathagata Arhat, fully enlightened Buddha, Medicine Guru, King of Sapphire Light, I prostrate, go for refuge, and make offerings. May your vow to benefit sentient beings now ripen for myself and others. To the Bhagawan Tathagata Arhat, fully enlightened Buddha, Medicine Guru, King of Sapphire Light, I prostrate, go for refuge, and make offerings. May your vow to benefit sentient beings now ripen for myself and others. So imagine now infinite rays of radiant white light flowing down from the heart and the body of the Medicine Buddha. And this fills your body and purifies all disease, afflictions, and the cause of all of your afflictions. Or they sort of say delusions and mental obscurations, karma. And all these negativities, imagine leaving your body in the form of thick black liquid like engine oil, and your body becomes then as clear and clean as crystal. And you can also imagine all other beings are being purified in this same way. O Taya Tom Bekanze Bekanze Ma Bekanze Bekanze Raja Samangate Soha Taya Tom Bekanze Bekanze Ma Bekanze Bekanze Raja Samagate Soha Hayatam Bekanze Bekanze Ma Bekanze Bekanze Raja Samagate Soha Taya Tom Bekanze Bekanze Ma Bekanze Bekanze Raja Samangate Soha Taya Tom Bekanze Bekanze Ma Bekanze Bekanze Raja Samagate Soha Taya Tom Bekanze Bekanze Ma Bekanze Bekanze Raja Samagate Soha Jaya Chom Bekanze Bekanze Mo Bekanze Bekanze Raja Samagate Soha. Now imagine this time golden light flowing from the medicine Buddha, and this fills your body again, and this time brings all the realizations of the path to enlightenment and all the qualities of the Buddhas and Bodhisattvas. And you can imagine the same thing happening to all other beings. And feel that you and all the other beings, all the people that we've been thinking about today, your own families, your own self, your own friends, all the people who are suffering grief and sadness and tragedy, dealing with, many difficult situations in their own lives. Feel that you and all these beings have actually received all these excellent qualities, and you've received all the blessings and the inspiration of the medicine Buddha. Oh, Jaya Tom Bekanze Bekanze Ma excuse me. Ma Bekanze Bekanze Raja Samagate Soha. Jaya Chom Bekanze Bekanze Ma Bekanze Bekanze Raja Samagate Soha. Jaya Chom Bekanze Bekanze Raja Ma Bekanze Bekanze Raja Samagate Soha. Jaya Tom Bekanze Bekanze Ma Bekanze Bekanze Raja Samagate Soha. Jaya Tom Bekanze Bekanze Ma Bekanze Bekanze Raja Samagate Soha. Let's just recite the rest of the mala quietly to ourselves. And I'll let you know when we've come to the end. Tata Om Bekanzi Bekanzi Ma Bekanzi Bekanzi Raja Samagati Soha. Om Bekanzi Bekanzi. Tata Om Beckens Beckens Ma Beckens Beckens Word somebody so Tata Om Beckens Ma Beckens Beckens Word somebody so Tata Om Beckens Maha Beckens Raja Samangati so now imagine the medicine Buddha just melts into light, this beautiful blue light, and this absorbs into you through your crown. Imagine it, this beautiful blue light, this medicine Buddha, the mind of your teacher, moving past your third eye chakra, your throat chakra, and to your heart. And your mind now becomes enlightened, one with all the enlightened minds of the Buddhas. So you absorbed this enlightened energy into your whole system. So let your mind rest for a while, or for a minute, in a state that's completely clear and peaceful and free from its usual busy thoughts and conceptions. And feel that this is your true nature. This is who you really are. Let's just dedicate all the merit, all the positive energy of this meditation, that it brings true mental, physical health and happiness to all sentient beings. Okay, everybody. Lots of love. My voice was being a little bit out of control this morning. I'm not sure. It's very early. Okay, so I'm sorry if it disturbed your ears. All right. Lots of love, everybody. I'll see some of you this evening. Happy New Year. If you are celebrating, just be careful on the road. Okay. All right, everyone. Take care. Happy New Year. I will see some of you in 25 and some of you tonight. Okay. All right. Bye, everybody.